5 million Americans and 46 million people worldwide are affected by Alzheimer's. And Marshall Pines Alzheimer's Special Care Center is uniting in a movement to help reclaim the future for millions. And I'm joined by Kimberly Ross Malson. She's the administrator at Marshall Pines. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Now, Alzheimer's is pretty serious, to say the least.
It is, absolutely. Currently, as we were discussing, there's 5.2 million Americans who are diagnosed with Alzheimer's disease and over 13,000 within the CSRA alone.
Wow.
So that number is rising. As our baby boomers are aging, that number will grow as well.
And you know, I find that a lot of people think that the signs and symptoms of Alzheimer's, they find it to be normal aging, and that's not true, is it?
It's not. It's not normal aging to forget things.
Yeah.
It's, you know, I would always heavily tell people to reach out to the local Alzheimer's Association. There's a Georgia chapter Alzheimer's Association located in Evans, Georgia, where they give information out about the 10 warning signs. If you start noticing that someone's not paying bills, if they're forgetting that you're coming to have lunch with them, if you're in the middle of a conversation and they can't reclaim that conversation, then reach out for help.
Yeah, and so that's what that's one of my next questions, was the signs of, the warning signs of Alzheimer's. And I know that you discussed just a few, but when is it likely to start happening? When would you see it happening?
2 decades before diagnosis is even made.
Wow.
So you think about it, it's 20 years before diagnosis is made. That's large.
That is very large.
So we want to make sure that we're remembering whatever's good for the brain's good for the heart, and vice versa.
Yeah.
We have a lot of great resources here in our area. Of course, the Alzheimer's Association, of course, being a great free resource, but we're very fortunate to be in a medical hub and having physicians who are, you know, well versed in the disease of Alzheimer's and related dementias.
Yeah, and that can be really scary. I mean, like you said, it can start happening 2 decades before you're even diagnosed, before they even can tell you that this is what you're dealing with. But those are some of the signs that you can tell whether or not you might be being affected by this disease, and that is forgetfulness and different things like that. Now, is there anybody specific that is affected by this disease, like let's say women or a certain age? Is there any information on that?
Well, women are at a higher risk of developing the disease, not only because it's Alzheimer's or related dementia, but because women generally have lived longer than men. One of the things that we want to make sure that we're being aware of is, you know, it's easier said than done. Watching those stress levels, making sure that we're monitoring, you know, downtime for our brain, and just.
Which a lot of the time people, it's hard to do, and like you said, I mean, it's easier said than done, but it's so important and vital.
Absolutely. You know, also me as a woman, as a mom, I know it's difficult. It's hard to try to find a balance in it all. We need an extra 8 hours in the day, but that extra 8 hours would be filled with something else.
Yeah.
So I don't want anyone to take away from this program today that, oh my goodness, I'm forgetting things, I should be concerned.
Yeah.
Let's start taking things off of your plate, little at a time. Now, if there's still concern, always reach out to your family physician and reach out to the Alzheimer's Association as a support.
Yeah, well, and that's what's great, that we do have that support here with Marshall Pines and several of the others that you have mentioned. And take time to decompress, right?
Absolutely.
To give yourself a shot. And so thank you so much, Kimberly, for being here, for discussing this. Now, I know really quickly that you guys had a walk to End Alzheimer's that went really well?
Absolutely. We teamed with the Georgia Chapter Alzheimer's Association, and it was a phenomenal walk that took place the past Saturday.
Great.
And we are well on our way to meeting the local goal, but there's still time to help. So if you'd like to support, please reach out to Marshall Pines Alzheimer's Special Care Center and join our team.
There you go.
As well as to the local Alzheimer's Association.
There you go. And to find out, again, you can visit thedishon6.com to get more information on how you can contribute to Marshall Pines and their efforts to end Alzheimer's. Thank you so much, Kimberly. All right, don't go anywhere.